Hey, welcome back to another episode of Wario Land 4. We're going to move on to the Monsoon Jungle. I'll have to go back to Mystic Lake to find that one piece, but I didn't want to start with it. Goal for this video is to try and get through the Monsoon Jungle and get the, Try to get through the Monsoon Jungle and, Mystic Lake and everything so that I can and do the boss fight if I can. Let's see, is this gonna work? Cool. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it, but no, it worked. But yeah, so I'm going to try and get through this level, finish off Mystic Lake, and do the boss by the end of this episode, but no promises. So we can't get the key until we hit the button. Is there any reason to go this way? Oh, just to get back into the thing. So I guess I do have to go to the left then. Watch out for them gators. Ms. Ruby's back and she's gonna annoy us with her voice again. So this is some very melancholy music. It's kind of relaxing and, you know, in its own little way, but it also kind of, like, I don't know, it's kind of sad sounding. Gonna break the illusion a little bit, I guess. This is the day after Gura announced her graduation. Well, I guess it's technically 2 days after because it's after midnight. It's the 17th of April. Like a lot of people, I'm pretty bummed out about it. I don't want to go on about it too long because, you know, it's kind of a downer. Ouch! That guy wasn't happy about it. But yeah, it's kind of a bummer because of, you know, how much Gura means to, like, the community at large, and you know, she's like, you know, I think everybody keeps saying she's like the LeBron of VTubing, but I kind of think she's more like the John Cena of VTubing, in that, like, you know, how even people who don't watch wrestling know who John Cena is. Like, people who don't watch VTubing know who Gura is. And I'm glad I did that. And, you know, she really surpassed those boundaries of, like, getting to be recognized by people who didn't even watch VTubing and didn't even really know anything about VTubing, but a lot of people know who Gura is. And, you know, what was that pipe about then? Okay, well, let me see what that is then. And, you know, so she's a pretty big deal, you know, and she's actually one of the people who actually, like, inspired me to start making my own content. So it kind of, you know, hits me kind of in a spot where it's like, you know, it's a pretty big deal. But like I said, I won't sit here and harp on it too much. I highly doubt she'll ever see or hear this, but I really appreciate your time that you gave to the community and to being like, you know, who you are. And I wish you, with whatever endeavor that you do in the future, I wish you the best of luck. And, you know, I hope that in some way or shape or form I can show support other than just making a message about, like, you know, the meaningfulness of your contribution to the industry as a whole. I don't know to the extent fully, you know, the main reason beyond what was just given, but like, yeah, it sucks that things ended up going this way and all, but like I said, I wish you luck for the future, and I hope you're successful in whatever you do in the future. If you put as much time and effort into whatever you pursue after this, you'll be fine. I have confidence that you'll be fine. But I'm gonna leave it there because, like I said, I don't want to harp on it for too long or talk about it for too long. It's just, like I said, very meaningful to everybody. And for those who don't understand, or, you know, don't understand it, don't wish to understand it, or want to troll about it, like, it's a pretty big deal. Not just to me, but to, like I said, everybody who, even for like a short amount of time, was able to get to see like a bit of like that spark of Gura and the light that she brought into the world. And yeah, I'm gonna miss you as Gura, and I hope you do well, and I hope you succeed with whatever you do forward. But I like I said, I have confidence that whatever you decide to do going forward, that you'll be successful in it. And this monkey is starting to really get on my nerves. So like I said, let me finish saying, having said that, let me finish that off so that it's not like one big sad, you know, at least I got the guy. It's not like one big sad episode. But yeah, so far, this level hasn't been too bad. Ouch. Except for that guy that just kept like gatekeeping me and not letting me get up there. Now it looks like I can come up from there. So is there a way to go down from here? Or maybe somewhere else and come up through there? But yeah, this music is really like, I don't know. There's a like I said, there's a melancholy quality to it that just makes me a little bummed out, but like, it is what it is. But okay, enough of that. So, well, we got like one more of those to get, and the key. Hopefully we can find it, and hopefully it's not too much of a bother to find the one in Mystic Lake. Like I said, I want to try and finish this section out by the end of the episode, and I am not looking to artificially inflate this video's length just to do that. So I'll try and do my... Man, I was not ready for that. So I will try and do that before... So why is this guy here? Why is Archer guy here? Because So I don't think I'll need to go back up, right? Oh. Oh. Yeah, it would have been nice to have figured, or have, like, dodged that. But I guess that was kind of the intention, to, like, trick you into, like, hitting that. I wonder if I have to, like, do a running start to get the speed. Oh, yeah, I think that's what I gotta do. It just seemed about right, like, because I didn't think the regular charge... yeah, I didn't think the regular charge would make it. So I need 2 more. Alright, hopefully they're not too difficult to find. This looks like, you know what this pathway looks like? It looks like that one spot in Super Metroid when you get the speed booster. Pardon? Am I gonna have to, like, I guess I'm gonna have to charge. No? Huh? I can't spend too much time on this. I can always come back. Alright, I'm gonna have to come back because I can't waste time on that. I don't think there was a dude, was there? In there? But, oh, there's something there. Something there, clearly, I need to throw. Can't pick that guy up, I don't think. Yeah. Let's just get the key and get out of here. We can come back when we get more time. Oh. We can come back when we have more time to mess around. You know, we don't get to keep anything if we run out of time. I'm probably going to run out of time. I messed around too much in that, so... It is what it is. We'll try this again. Oh, right. You don't just immediately die. You start losing money. Which is not, like, a bad penalty, to be honest. Like, I don't care about that. It's just score, so I don't really care about that. I reckon that last piece is probably where I couldn't figure out how to get across. So, I'm going to go to Mystic Lake, see if I can find that last one, then come back and grab this one, because I can't do the boss without both of those being complete. Okay. I haven't really been paying attention to see if, like, you know, the piece that's missing can give you an indication as to where it is. Roughly, you know. Okay. So I can go down to the right. Did I don't think I went that way. I hope that guy comes back. If not, I can leave and all. You ever hear, you know, you've heard of Rainbow Robe, now you've just seen rainbow background. It looked like something out of Earthbound, if I'm being honest. Of course, this does too. This looks like an Earthbound battle background. Speaking of Earthbound, I'm not going to do it anytime soon. But that's... Yeah, that's how I feel about it. I'm not going to do it anytime soon, but I probably will do a playthrough of Earthbound at some point. I don't think I would do a multiple series thing like I did with Pokemon Red. I know the idea kind of was like, role playing game, do more than one game, but like I think that Earthbound has enough like interesting stuff to look at, especially during fights, that like I don't think it'd be like the same if I did like Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga or Mario RPG or something like that. Like the fights are interesting enough that I don't think I really need to like... Is this all this is? Well, I kind of needed that. I think the fights are interesting enough that I don't think I would need to like really do more than one series or really cut battles out or something. I mean, I would probably grind in between videos, but like I think as far as like Earthbound goes, I think it's like a series. Oh, did I never go there? Because I don't think I found a way to do that. Oh yeah, I did, because it was here. As far as like Earthbound goes... What? Did I just not grab that when I came through here? I'm gonna have to look back at the tape, because that was like literally right out in the open. Anyway, yeah, like I was saying, I just think the battles with Pokemon Red, like, there's a lot of, like, it's not as interesting to look at, but, like, with something like, I don't know, Shin Megami Tensei 3, or Persona, or Mario RPG. I wonder if I actually did that there, and that's not, I didn't do that other one. Anyway, but those RPGs, I think there's enough going on in it that, like, it would be interesting to look... Oh, man. It would be interesting enough to look at that, like, battles would be, you know, interesting enough to look at that I don't think I would actually need to, like, have more than one series going on at a time. You know, maybe if I did something like the first Dragon Quest or something like that, or some of the Dragon Quests, maybe that wouldn't be the case. But, like, you know, as much as I love Earthbound and as much as I love, like, you know, Mario and Luigi, oh, man, the Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga and everything, like, I don't... The one thing I hated about doing... Did I not need to go this way? The one thing I hated about doing the double series for Pokemon is just how long everything took. You know? Like... like Pokemon... I think it took 4 months to get the whole thing uploaded because, like... of the, doing double series and stuff like that. And I mean, that's fine, but like, come on, dude, that's fine and good and everything, but I just know that I ended up changing editing softwares for how I edit, and like there's like a pretty major contrast because I edited the whole series on the previous one. And like, it was just so noticeable that it was kind of just like, I don't know. I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, it was fine. There was nothing really wrong with having more than one series going, but it just, at the same time, it was like, I really kind of just... I'd rather focus on one series at a time because I just like doing it that way. It's not hard to do multiple at a time. It's just, like I said, I'd rather focus on the one. Unless it's something like I said with Pokemon, where it was like there wasn't really a whole lot to look at during battles, and it was like basic animations. But Mario RPG, definitely Mario and Luigi, and like Persona or you know, Shin Megami Tensei or something like that. There's enough going on. Or like Dragon Quest 8 or 11 eventually. Like there's enough going on, visually speaking. There's enough going on visually speaking that like it is interesting to like watch. You know what? You come here. Alright, dude. Guy that looks like he's out of Rayman. I think there was enough visually interesting about the combat in those games that like there's really no need to, you know, have more than one going. But I'll cross that bridge whenever it comes, I guess, because I'm still not planning on doing another role-playing game right now. Although I have been thinking a lot about Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. I don't know if that will be the next one I do, but we'll see. Haha, you didn't... Well, I'm going to have to hit it because I have to go this way, right? Because this one was just to get around like that, yeah. But I don't have to waste my time going up there. Oh, you jerk. So yeah, like I said, I'm not... Let's see, how would I get through there? I'm not planning on doing another one right now, as I said, but like I am thinking about how... Is this like a trick and there's supposed to be another way around or something? Because this is like, I don't, oh. Good golly, Miss Molly. But like, yeah. I guess I'm just belaboring the point, you know. Might be Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. That's what I'm leaning pretty heavily. But it's not going to be like anytime soon. I don't know if I want to leave like role-playing games to only one per year or something like that. Which Pokemon started at the end of last year and like rolled into this one. But like, I don't know. Like I said, like if I end up doing it one per year, then it could be like 2026, or I could just have a hankering closer to the end of the year to do one. We'll just, you know, we'll have to see. But I'm going to stop talking about that because I don't think that's interesting to listen to. Maybe it is. I mean, I would think it, I personally would find it interesting, but like, you know, I recognize that not everything I find interesting everybody else does. So, well, we're almost done with this, and I can attempt the boss. I think I have enough time that I can, you know, make a few minutes for it. It's too bad you can't just jump up in it. Of course, that would, you know, defeat the purpose of designing it like this if you could. So we'll try the boss. I think I remember what the boss is. I just have no clue how to fight it, so we'll see how that goes. All right. We open the door. We look at the back of Wario's head. I think I'm gonna, at some point, I'm gonna show off the different mini games other than just the one I showed. Maybe get a few coins to show you what the different items do. That might be like a bonus episode after the game's done, because I don't really plan on using... Oh, right. I don't plan on really using them. So this is kind of like the... Oh, I'm a zombie. I'm a zombie. It's kind of like the fight with I think this is one that you can kind of juggle if you don't get turned into a zombie and you keep jumping up on the ropes. Like so. Oh, well, he's got to not be flashing. But, I did not touch that. I call shenanigans. But, yeah, maybe in a bonus episode, I'll show, like... Yeah, that's how you do it. You can just, like, keep doing that like that. And maybe in a bonus episode, after I beat the game, I'll show the different mini games, get a couple of the, items to show off. Alright, now you're just being a jerk. Is he gonna get me before I get him, or... This is how you do it, if you timed it just right. So now that I'm remembering that, I'm gonna give it at least one more go. Alright, Wario, show us your working out skills. Pump that iron, boy. Gotta be Mr. Olympian. Got him. Ah, damn it. What's this not starting me off at full health all about? At least if he turns me into a zombie, it doesn't do damage. Oh, I gotta keep from getting hit by those leaves. Otherwise, the juggling strat is in fact working. Okay, cool. See, that boss is really easy if you juggle like that. If you do the juggling. Like I said, I thought that you could juggle some of these bosses. Treasure acquired. Got all the chests, got the crown. Goes into the pyramid. Flex for the camera, Wario. And that's the Emerald Passage done. And that's where I'm going to call the video. Appreciate you watching. If you made it to this point in the video, I really, really appreciate it. I apologize once again for being a little bit of a downer at the beginning of the video. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.